Hello! Everyone say hello! It's time to get freaky! It's time to get geeky! Welcome to the Extreme Improv Xstreamed Geek Battle! Get ready to live long and linger. No, live long and prosper. Get ready to use the force because this is this crazy mix of improv with game show about all things geekiness. There'll be some discussion, there'll be some debate, there'll be some bad impressions, there will be some guessing games, and there'll be all kinds of goodness. Now then, on the show tonight, we have a lineup of fabulous androids, robots. His name should be Android as well. Right, so, Andrew, say hello to the people and give us an interesting geek fact in the quest for a bonus point.
Hello, people. I don't have a geek fact.
Okay, look, it's a new year. We've got to be hard. That's -1 point there, Andrew.
I have a Terminator. You will give me a point.
-1 point. Excellent start. DB, say hello to the people. Give us a geek fact.
My geek fact is that when Marlon Brando died, this is a movie geek fact, when Marlon Brando died, Jack Nicholson bought the house next door. Jack Nicholson was living next to Marlon Brando and bought the property next door, and it was because Marlon Brando hated him.
What?
Because they did one movie together, and it was called Mississippi. It was a Western. I can't remember the title right now. It sucks. But essentially, Marlon Brando plays a guy Chase. He's a tracker, and Jack Nicholson is, and they didn't get along. And Jack Nicholson moved next to Marlon Brando because he loved Marlon Brando, but Marlon Brando hated him. So when he died, he bought the house and knocked it down.
Wow, that's very cool. It's very cool. I'm going to give you a bonus point there. I'm going to give you a...
Missouri breaks. I was thinking, yeah, right.
I'm going to give you another Marlon Brando fact from the same era. During the last years of his life, they were going to make a PlayStation 2 video game of The Godfather, and they went and recorded Marlon Brando's voice, probably paid him a lot of money to use it, but because he needed a breathing apparatus to help him to be able to breathe, it meant that every take you could just hear this machine and they couldn't use any of it. So
Darth Vader and The Godfather, that would have been cool.
Well, exactly, you know. Okay, Cap, say hello to the people, give us an interesting geek fact.
Hail, my fellow Geektonians, and my geek fact is Witcher related. So, yeah, I know no one cares, but I gotta do it. Okay. So, in becoming a Witcher, you have to go through the process called Trial of Grasses, where they will subject you to mutagenic properties that will turn you into this monster of a man who can fight monsters and slay demons and help do, conjuring shit. So, but there's a catch. Only 4 out of 10 boys can actually survive the Trial of Grasses, and only them become witches. And if girls were subjected to the mutagens, they usually die. That's why, and usually orphans are used to create witches. So if they find any orphan girls, they usually go to Aretusa, where they possibly become mages. Possibly.
Okay, well, no points there. So, anyway, moving.
I gotta do it, damn it!
Okay,
Question?
what's your question?
Which one, Cap?
What?
Which one?
Which one what?
The Witcher. Oh my God. Okay, forget. Sorry.
Okay, well, moving on from this, we are going to get on with things here. Now, because this is the first show of the year, we are, or at least I think it is, I'm not sure to be honest, we are going to have a quick round where we are going to give our year in review for 2021. Our year in review for 2021. Each of us will have 30 seconds to give our year in review. So this is our own personal perspective on the year that went by, obviously in terms of geeky stuff like movies, video games, TV shows, comic books, anything that fits in the realms of geeky. I don't want to hear if you had knee surgery, unless it was to have it bionically replaced, who knows. But with this, let's roll the dice to see who will go first. And going first will be Capelthave. So you'll have 30 seconds on the clock to give us your 2021 year in review. Begin.
Ooh, lots of things happened in 2022. A lot of content. Marvel's moved to the TV universe. So, yeah, I was satisfied most of the time, but sometimes I don't because they kind of break the world that they establish, and without consequences, we're all just, okay. But I can't handle that. But it was a great year for The Witcher. We had a good anime, and I watched it. I thought it was the best movie that I saw in 2021. And the series, well, I give it a 4-star, but still, it's good.
Oh, that is time. That is time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, let's see who will go next for their year in review. It will be DB. Give us your year in review in 30 seconds. Begin.
I probably spent more time this year watching Marvel than anything else. I watched all the movies in order. That was quite a task, but Disney Plus sets it up pretty good for you and makes it easy to go through all. I think it was like 23. So it took some serious time, but I got through all of them in order, and I watched all the Star Wars again, getting into Mandalorian.
And that is time, DB. That is time. Only 30 seconds. Only 30 seconds. Let's see who will go next. And it will be Andrew, your year in review for 2021. Take it away.
2021, cinemas reopened again. As far as movies go, I think it's been a good year. Some of it may be not being able to go to cinema for a certain amount of time. But highlights for me would be Doom, No Time to Die, Spider-Man, No Way Home. There were a few. What's the term I'm looking for?
And that is time. That is time. So now I will have 30 seconds to give my 2021 year in review, and here I go. So yeah, it was all about Disney Plus. Basically, just having that one subscription meant that I could go from the Mandalorian series 2 all the way up to the beginnings of the Book of Boba Fett, but in between having WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, asking ourselves what if, and seeing some fabulous stuff like Spider-Man No Way Home. Away from that, Doctor Who came back and it was terrible, but there was one good episode in it, and there was also a awesome video game in Halo Infinite, and that is 30 seconds. So with this, we're going to allow ourselves to expand on this slightly here. What are you eating there, DB?
Chips.
Sliced apples. Okay.
Apples.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so with this, we'll break down some of like the major categories, and we're going to start off with what was the best movie of 2021. What was the best movie of 2021? Feel free, anyone who wants to come in, let's talk about it a little bit.
You probably wouldn't have seen it, but I'm going to mention it anyway.
Yeah, go on.
Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf.
What was it called?
Witcher, The Nightmare of the Wolf.
Is it on Netflix?
Yep.
I'm gonna write this down and then not look it up, but I am gonna write it down, which is the first step.
It's an animated movie, but it's a real good start in for the Witcher world because it takes place before the games, the seasons, and before the books itself. So it's a good start in and had better writers and really good animation and action scenes.
Okay.
Which one is it again?
It's The Witcher! It's The Witcher, okay?
Okay, no, do you know what? Like, you have sold me on that this probably is a film that I should check out. DB, what's your movie of the year?
I mean, okay, quick, there's like 7 things that I really wanted to see over the holidays. And it was The Matrix 4, Ghostbusters, West Side Story, Spider-Man. I wanted to see James Bond. I wanted to see 1883 and get through Yellowstone because that's very popular right now. But above all, I mean, Spider-Man was a movie experience like others aren't. It's why movies are made, so it would have to be Spider-Man.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm just going to say, yeah, I agree. I won't give spoilers, only because Capelthave hasn't seen it yet. But Spider-Man No Way Home is, for me, the best film I've seen in a very, very long time. like going back pre-pandemic, is like the film I enjoyed the most in a very long time. Andrew, how about you?
I'm going to go completely the other way. I enjoyed No Way Home. It's only one of my favourite Marvel films because a lot of them I haven't seen at the cinema. I mean, I think the only Marvel films I've seen at the cinema, MCU films I've seen at the cinema, at least since the MCU kind of really got going, like the Avengers films and No Way Home. I think that's pretty much it. Outside of like way back when, like the first Iron Man, I saw that at the cinema.
Okay.
But as far as film, yes.
I was going to say actually we didn't get the answer.
Yeah. No, I mean I enjoyed the experience of watching. I'm not a hardcore comic book person, so I'm not as emotionally invested in that world. But I did enjoy the experience of watching No Way Home and everyone's reactions and stuff like that. But for me, I'm always going to gravitate towards the Christopher Nolan's and Dennis Villeneuve.
Did he have a film out this year?
Not Nolan.
This is the most long. What this is like us trying to solve a mystery. What is your answer, Andrew? It's not the Marvel films. It's not Christopher Nolan's work. And if you think it's
Christopher Nolan had Tenet, right?
Not this year. That was last year.
That was last year.
But Dune is my pick.
Dune. Yeah. Okay. Do you know what? I've not seen it. I'll be honest. I don't know if I'm actually that fussed about seeing it.
It's actually pretty close to the books. It's very, very close to the books.
It did a good
quiet
job.
taste. I mean, I liked it because, as a film fan, visually it looked unlike any other movie, including the Marvel films, which, a lot of the Marvel films can kind of look the same. That's not a knock on No Way Home. It's really good.
Yeah.
Better Black Widow.
I also recommend a revival for DC as well. The Suicide Squad was pretty good.
It really wasn't. I'm going to be honest. I enjoyed it, but I was massively let down.
Really?
Yeah.
By what?
It just did. Okay. Has everyone here seen Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What was good about it? Like literally, they just kill everyone.
Yeah, but that's what they intend to do. I mean, it wasn't supposed to be, a witch and sort of stuff. It's just a fun movie.
Well,
but
I liked the...
Yeah,
sorry.
go.
Carry on.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah, so...
But it doesn't lead to anything.
Carry on.
It's like, it just... what happened in it just happened. There's, like, no sense that... Okay, so they did this. They didn't really, like, save anyone that you care about. It's not going to lead to anything. They're not going to make a sequel. What was the point of any of this? Right, Andrew.
I was going to say, I mean, the Suicide Squad, I did like the false opening. Like the opening
everyone dies.
Like the full start.
Well, they killed Jai Courtney, which can always be a good thing.
Yeah, it's pretty common. But I would say I enjoyed the Suicide Squad because, I mean, first of all, it's not a film you take seriously. I mean, you have Sylvester Stallone voicing a shark and enjoying fucking starfish. So I didn't take the film seriously. It was just...
Yeah, but here's quite a bit of trivia. So that starfish, that's like supposed to be in the comics. That's where actually the Justice League came together, where they fought the starfish. That's how Justice League was created. But in the show Justice League Ultimate that was around in 2003, which is still a better blueprint that they can use to make a DC universe, pretty easy, just copy the series. But in that series, the Suicide Squad were explicitly made to break into the Watchtower and then get to break out some sort of mystic armor. That's pretty much what they do. They were really there to screw up the Justice League, but I think that in the movies they're not. But yeah, there could be a sequel because Will Smith said he would be okay to play Deadshot again because he quite liked the character.
Okay. What can I say?
What can you say? The film sucked, Cap.
It just it was fine. It just felt, I don't know, like it didn't cap. I genuinely preferred the first Suicide Squad film.
Really?
Yeah, like genuinely.
For me, like the first Suicide Squad, I didn't care for any of it, but that Will Smith was the only person I actually cared about in the first movie. So, yeah, this film, But I'll give you this. In this film, John Cena kind of had my support, but I knew he was going to be some sort of bad guy-ish. But yeah, the most interesting person that I could get behind was King Shark. I wanted him to survive more than anyone else. But Idris Elba was really good too.
Yeah.
What I enjoyed about the Suicide Squad, I didn't think it was like great or a masterpiece. But what I enjoyed about it was because James Gunn made it after he was fired from Disney, but before he was rehired.
Yeah, I almost feel like he went into DC like a spy just to ruin their film slightly more.
No, but I felt like Suicide Squad was like James Gunn sort of like off the leash,
But in a weird way,
good and bad.
But in a weird way, James Gunn did establish something, even though it was a dark film because like people get killed in horrendous ways and it's quite graphic. But it's still in color. Usually DC movies are literally dark and you can't see anything. But this film still had the edge to it, but it was in color.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So moving on from that, anyone else want to say what they thought was like the best film of the year? Or are we like settled on that? Okay. So let's move on. What was the worst new film of the year? Because I'll tell you what, it was Suicide. No, I'm joking. No, I didn't mind Suicide Squad. I just didn't think it was like it didn't impress me as much as the first one, and the first one was pretty bad. It's just like it was a lot of nothing for me. Okay,
I haven't
Andrew.
seen the Eternals, but I heard it was pretty bad. But here's the weird thing though, because usually if a movie fails in theaters, it usually comes out of HD DVD copies. But Eternals they haven't released the HD version yet. They're still holding on in the theaters, hoping that it will do well somehow.
Yeah. DB.
For me, it was the last 20 minutes of Ghostbusters after.
Do you know what? I've not seen it, so if you don't
I'm not
mind.
going to give anything away, but I was just like, why is it? It should have been more of the movie. That's all.
Oh, okay. So, Cap, Andrew, have you seen Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I wouldn't care if you guys spoil
Do you know
it.
what? I'm just going to take a guess. Is it literally only the last 20 minutes? It's got like Bill Murray in.
And it's hardly, and honestly, they even gets weirder during, and it gets weirder during the credits. They do a throwback to something with Sigourney Weaver, and it's just like, it's just absurd. It's just absurd. But the last scene that they do after the credits with Ernie Hudson is like awesome. And you're like, oh, maybe we could, all right, that's great. But
Do an Ernie Hudson spin-off.
Somewhat, yeah. They kind of give that insinuation somewhat.
Wow. Okay. Do you know what? I'm excited to see it. I haven't seen it yet. Guys, I don't know if you saw this at all. For me, the biggest letdown, like the worst new film of the year, was Halloween Kills. Did anyone see that?
I didn't see it.
I won't give any spoilers. What?
You can spoil it. I don't care.
Well, no, I won't spoil it for you.
It is a bad movie, David.
Okay.
You can spoil it.
Andrew, do you care about spoilers?
No, the franchise should have ended after the last one.
Well, I agree, but like so the one they did in 2018, it ignored all of the films after the absolute original one, and then this one like follows on from that. And so after they ignored all of the others, they took away that Michael Myers and Jamie Lee Curtis were brother and sister. They also meant that all of the stuff about there's being some curse or some cult and that Michael Myers is magical, they removed that. And then in this one, all of a sudden, Michael Myers is magical again. And the original Halloween 2, which they erased, followed on directly after the first film. So Jamie Lee Curtis spent the whole film in hospital, and it was just a long action scene where Michael goes and kills more people. This film was exactly the same. Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers never meet in this film, in the whole film, and she's just in hospital the entire time. Anyway, I won't rant on it too much more because it's just big spoilers, but it was a massive letdown. Anyone else for worst film? Andrew?
I don't know whether worst film of the year, but has anyone seen Snake Eyes?
Snake Eye? What, the G.I. Joe thing?
Yeah, the G.I. Joe.
No, I've not, but you can spoil it. I don't care about it.
Right, yeah, that was a bit. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It just completely lacked ambition. It just could have been a a lot more than it was. It was just sort of, run of the mill. There's some good parts in there, but overall it is.
I was very surprised that they would try a spin-off with the character. I was very.
He doesn't talk, right? He doesn't talk at all.
That was part of it.
It talks in this film because it's an origin story.
So you can talk.
But David, did you do some interviews for the premiere of G.I. Joe, right?
Yeah, that was G.I. Joe 2, the one with the rock in it.
I actually prefer.
Was that the title in parentheses? The one with the rock in it.
The one with the rock in it.
I
The
actually
thing about
like
that
one.
is that it was like the sequel to the one with Channing Tatum in it.
Yeah.
And then they just like killed Channing Tatum straight away.
But I did like the Rock's one. It had more action. I enjoyed it a little bit, like a dumb action movie.
Well, yeah, no, that it was good as a dumb action movie. Here's like the funny thing about like when we were at the premiere to like watch it so people could review it, is like literally the audience were just laughing how bad it was. They were just laughing at how implausible the stuff was. It wasn't just like enjoying the jokes. It was just like, this is garbage. But okay.
Yeah, but here's the interesting fact that the weapon that they used, the Zeus, when dropping an iron needle from space and they'll wreck it. That was the plot of the movie.
I don't remember it, man. I saw it once. That was it.
So the Cobra Commander had like satellites all over the world, and those satellites, they're not bombs. They're just a big iron rod. And they would drop it in space, and it would gain enough momentum, and when it falls, it can wreck like a country, and they destroyed the UK, to set an example. But so that's actually possible. That people thought that could be a good weapon to get up a big giant metal rod and drop it, and that would do really big damage. But the problem was there's no way that they could carry the rod to space, so that's why they didn't do that weapon. But Cobra Commander did.
Yeah. Wow, okay, so any other bits for like most disappointing or worst thing? Otherwise we will move on. Okay, in that case we will move on. Go on, Kat.
The thing is, because like there are many bad films, but before I checked out any of the films, I always go for the review. And after I see like bad stuff about it, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna watch it. Then that's how I got sick. They pretty much tell what the plot is and what's wrong with it, and I'm like, okay, fine, I won't watch it. That's pretty much it.
Okay, well, fair enough. On this
critics
note, we're
aren't
gonna.
always right.
Yeah,
Right.
reviews
that's
aren't
true,
always.
that's
Do you know
true.
what? Like, I don't. Here's the thing: I don't trust reviews at all because they always nowadays try to go with what's popular. And like, if you look back, I'll give this as the example: when Star Wars: The Last Jedi came out, all of the reviews were like, "This film is amazing. This is like the best thing ever." And then actual humans went to watch it, and they were like, "This is terrible." And now everyone on the internet's like, "Oh yeah, Star Wars 8 was bad." It's like, you didn't think that. You reviewers all gave it like 10 out of 10, and it was bad. It's because you just thought that everyone would think it was good because you didn't know. And yeah, they do that all the time. Same with Justice League. When Batman vs Superman came out, people said like, Batman vs Superman is bad, and then Justice League came out. They're like, this is so much better, and everyone watched it. Like when I was in the cinema watching Justice League, I was like, this is garbage, and then everyone's like, praise the Snyder Cut. But anyway,
You know the worst thing about Justice League. So I was pretty excited for that movie because I liked Batman vs Superman, even though there's flaws with it, but I liked it. Yeah. So, but I was waiting for Justice League, and was supposed to drop like a week before, and I was in this website looking up something else, and Justice League movie HD copy was available there. And I was like, that's not right. I mean, the film just dropped like 2 or 3 days ago. How can there be HD copy? Then I watched it and realized it bombed probably very soon and became the HD copy.
Yeah, there we go. So anyway, let's move on to a quick fire round. We're going to go on to a quick fire round, and we are going to do a group category battle. The way this will work is, and we might do a couple of rounds of this, but the way this will work is that we're going to go round in order. Capithave, you will be number 1, I will be number 2, Andrew number 3, DB number 4, and then back round in a circle, and we're going to name things from a category until someone says something that's already been said, something that doesn't belong in the category, or takes too long to name something, and then they will be eliminated. So, with this, would anyone like to name a category? Would anyone like to name a category? Okay, Cap.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles characters.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles characters. DB looks thrilled, but Cap, you get to start us off. Go for it.
Shredder.
Splinter.
April O'Neil.
Leonardo.
Raphael.
Krang.
DiCaprio.
And Andrew, you're eliminated, and for that you get 1 point. If you can take out your camera view, we'll do a couple of rounds of this, just because there's only a few of us. DB, would you like to name the next category?
Star Wars planets.
What? Okay.
Star Wars.
Go for it.
Tatooine.
Oh.
The
Cap,
Boba Fett
you're
planet.
out. You're out. Oh, thank God. That was the only one I could have named as well. So I will name the next one. This way we're going to do a couple of rounds. And I am going to say that we have to name Ghostbusters characters. And I will start. Louis Tully.
Slimer.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Spangler.
Peter Venkman.
Gozer.
Winston Zeddemore.
That's
Oh, and that's it. DB, you are out. So DB, everyone come on back.
I just realised Mandalore, where the Mandalorians came from.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so with that, I grab 4 points. We're going to do another round of this, though. And so who was first out there? Who was first out?
Yeah.
Andrew, you get to choose the category then.
Films that came out in 2021.
Films that came out in 2021. Do you know what? I've lost the order. So Cap was first, Andrew was second. No, so I was second, Andrew was third, DB was fourth. Okay, so Andrew, go for it.
No Time to Die.
DB.
What's the category?
Movies that came out in 2021.
Matrix 4, Resurrection.
Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf.
Black Widow.
The Many Saints of Newark.
Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City.
Shang-Chi.
A Quiet Place Part 2.
West Side Story.
The Eternals. Cap, you are out.
I love that
Okay,
film.
Cap, you are out. So that means I get to name the next category. And I am going to say that we have to name video game consoles. Okay, and I will start us off. And I am going to say the Magnavox Odyssey.
The PlayStation 4.
Nintendo Switch.
PlayStation 3.
PlayStation 5.
Nintendo Wii.
TV Color Game 6.
PlayStation 2.
Nintendo 64.
Odyssey 2.
Sega Mega Drive.
Nintendo U.
Sega Genesis 2.
Dreamcast.
Atari.
Atari 7800.
Xbox.
Xbox 360.
Xbox Series S.
Original PlayStation.
PlayStation 5.
Oh, we already had that.
I said
did
that.
we?
Yeah, we had that. So sorry, DB, you are eliminated there. Okay, Andrew, you get to
surprised
name...
DB and Andrew went that long.
Yeah. No, I think they could. Right, okay, so Andrew, you get to choose the category.
I think she's happy. Oh, good. Villains.
Villains. Okay,
Yay.
go for it.
Hans Gruber.
The Joker.
Oh, I picked this category, didn't I? You tit. There's loads of villains. What's wrong with me? Oh, Simon Gruber.
Okay. The Penguin.
Two-Face.
The Riddler.
Just in Batman. Green Goblin.
Electro.
Sandman.
The Gremlin.
Poison Ivy.
Agent Smith.
Harley Quinn.
Catwoman.
Lex Luthor.
Lord Voldemort.
The Terminator.
I will Skynet.
Bronze Tiger.
What? Okay, I'm gonna say you're out there. Okay, so well done, everyone. Come on back. So Andrew, you get 3 points. But again, I'm gonna say I take the 4 there. So with this, we are going to move on to our next round, and our next round is going to be 20 questions. I am going to be thinking of a character this time. I'm going to be thinking of a character, and you guys will have 20 questions to ask me, which have to be yes or no questions. I can give a little bit of leeway and ask another question if give a little bit more information to a question if I deem that there is a shade of grey that I need to clarify. But otherwise, they always have to be yes or no answers. So, with this, Andrew, you get to ask the first question.
Is this character male?
Yes, they are. Capelthave.
Is this character in the superhero genre?
No, they are not. DB.
Is the character in the vampire genre?
No, they are not. Andrew.
Is the character in the human being genre?
Do you want to clarify that a little bit more?
Is this character human?
Yes, they are. Cap.
Human.
Okay, hey Marty. Marty Gordon says, hey geeks, I miss y'all. Marty, try to work this out because I don't think they're going to get it. Cap.
Is this character been in a film in 2021?
No. Okay, DB.
Is this character a detective?
No.
Is this character on television?
Yes. Okay, Capelthave.
It's possible. Is this character a psychopath?
No.
That guess takes out Dexter.
DB.
Is this character a doctor?
No, they are not.
Jesus.
There's no house.
Character a good guy?
Ooh. I'm going to say debatable. There is a
They're an anti-hero.
Is that your question?
No.
Okay, right. I'm going to give you a little bit of a clarification. There is definitely an argument to say that this character is a villain. There is definitely an argument to say that this character is not the villain. Okay? And that is a big hint. Whose question is it, Cap?
Wow, a complex character.
Imagine that.
It's obviously Helen Keller.
What's that? Where's that from?
Don't. Look, we won't.
Not worth it. I was being.
Is this series take place in the year 2000?
In the year 2000?
Meaning, the current era.
Okay, yes. The series is set in current times.
Ooh.
Is the series a true story or based on a true story?
No.
Okay.
Is this series still going?
Yes.
Ooh.
Cap.
Possibly something David has watched. What does he like to watch?
Well, to be fair, it wouldn't really be fair on you guys if it was like, oh, this character's from The Witcher. I don't know any of the answers, but...
So, let's see. David likes Dexter. Doctor Who. Ooh. Is this character from the Doctor Who universe?
No, they are not.
Nah.
Good thinking, though.
I asked the doctor question. I thought we covered that.
Well, that's a time doctor. I thought you meant a literal doctor.
Sure. Does your character have any? Is your character particularly strong?
I would say, yeah, they are a strong character, yes.
Physically?
Yeah, physically.
Okay.
Ooh.
That is fair to say. I don't know how many questions you're up to.
But definitely human.
We get like 7 each. I think I've done 3 or 4.
Okay. Andrew.
Oh, God. I don't know.
Series is up currently. So
I don't know. Does this character smoke?
Gosh, I don't think so. I would go as far as to say no. I'm going to assume... I believe the answer is no. But if something proved me wrong on that, then I'd be like, well, I just didn't know. But not...
Joe on now, it's a male, not a detective, not a vampire, not a doctor.
The human.
On television, he's a human.
But particularly strong.
He's particularly strong.
Narrows it down?
Sorry?
So I say that narrows it down.
Right. It's like we've almost figured out nothing.
You have
Might as well.
figured out almost nothing. I would agree with that.
Right, yeah, everything's been a no. At least we know what it's not.
It's not in the superhero genre, so definitely not the Marvel stuff or the DC stuff.
I mean,
They're DC.
And it's got to be geek, so it's like this.
It does have to be geek, and this is
It has to
definitely
be
geek.
sci-fi. It has to be sci-fi, I think.
I don't know that that's the truth, but you can ask him that. That's a good direction to go.
Yeah. Is this character from the sci-fi genre?
No,
Shit.
they're not from science fiction.
Is it me or is it Andrew? I apologize.
What, the character?
DB. Yeah,
My character is DB!
We knew it. Who's next is right.
That's DB, I think, after Cap.
Yeah, DB.
Oh, okay, my apologies. Does this?
I think DB's picturing, oh my god, I am the character. Yes.
No, I'm not thinking. Like, this. I'm thinking. I shouldn't ask the questions I'm going to ask. Character on TV. Does this character always wear a mask?
No.
Mother. Okay.
Okay, Andrew.
Is this series a comedy?
Overall, no. There's elements of humour to it, to clarify on that, but no, it's not what people would say is a comedy series.
The action genre?
Yes. Action is a much fairer fitting description.
So it's a show, an action genre show. Based on a male character.
It's still going.
If it's not the we asked if it's fantasy, it's not. So it's definitely not The Witcher. And for other reasons, it's not The Witcher.
Right. I like vampires.
It has to be something to do with military, I think.
Did I ask that if he was in the military? I was planning.
No, you asked if he was a detective.
It was, right, yeah, I did ask that. I was planning on asking about the military, but
I'm going to have to rush you for another question, please.
So, whose turn is it?
I think it's DB's.
Yeah.
Are you in the military?
No, I'm not.
What?
Is this series based on a movie?
Yes.
So, a spin-off from a movie.
Well, not necessarily a spin-off, but there's a Lethal Weapon TV series or stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah, I mean, it won't be that.
There is Bebop. It was based off, but it was anime, yeah.
Okay, Cap, it is your question.
Man. I'm trying to Google action series from this year.
That's kind of like cheating. But
It is kind of like cheating, you're right. Okay, Cap, it's your question. Come on.
list of shows on TV right now.
Damn. Okay, he's definitely not the. Is this like a crime genre? Is it based off like gangsters?
No. Like, in the very, very loosest way, someone might be able to justify that, but I would say no, it's not. It's not based around crime and, like, if you mean like gangsters in particular, then no.
Well, guys, currently there's a show, UK show has dropped, based off Phileas Fogg, the Around the World in 80 Days. Could it be that?
Doubt it.
Okay, DB, it's your question.
Does your character boring?
No. The character is awesome.
I didn't mean to make the question. I didn't think you were going to answer that. I hope I didn't.
Okay, now you can have another question if you want.
Does your character suck? No, I'm sorry. I won't say no. It doesn't. Is your character a murderer? Does your character a killer?
No.
Jesus, your character's boring.
Yeah. Okay, Andrew.
Oh my god, I don't know. Based on a TV series, based on a movie.
Yeah. I
Currently,
do have one shot.
you did say it was still going, didn't you, David?
I did,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
So something currently is there. Is the main character a white male?
Yes.
I almost asked that before.
Yes, they are. Right, Cap. That's narrowed down
Is
about
there
4
a-
shows in the world, but sure.
Almost everything
Does-
that's working on television.
Are zombies in this show?
Told you it's not sci-fi. So if you want another question, Cap, I'll allow it there.
I thought it was Resident Evil. There is a Netflix series.
That hasn't
No,
started,
it's not.
has it?
Yeah, it has started
What?
this year. Yeah, 5 episodes. You even watched one and you got bored.
No,
Oh,
I've
wait,
not
you
seen
watched-
it. What, live action?
Yeah, no, the CGI one.
Oh, no. I was
So
like,
this is definitely live action.
well, there you go.
This is definitely
Okay,
live
I'm
action.
not sure how many questions, but I feel like I've given you like 50 questions so far.
I don't think we're going to get it. I mean,
Yeah.
Let's say you've got 2, like, finish this round and then you've got 2 more rounds.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Because,
Okay,
look, you're nowhere near now, so if I just say you've got the end of this round, you ain't going to get it.
Yeah, no, we're nowhere near it.
I'm trying to think.
Is
of
this
current
cat?
TV shows that
There's
are
so many. I mean, there's
Based
so
on a
many
movie.
TV shows. Based on a movie? Okay, that narrows it down more. I didn't
the
realize.
action genre.
in the action genre.
But there's no typical trope there. There are no, police officers or military.
So what is there?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, figure out what there is.
Whose question is
There
it?
are a lot of those out now. It's
Cat.
Is this a show has martial arts?
Yes.
Ooh, shit! There is Cobra Kai, guys. Cobra Kai.
Ah,
Well, what did you just
Oh,
ask,
gee.
and what was the answer? I didn't even hear it.
Yeah, he said yes, martial arts. He said yes to martial arts.
Oh, it's a martial arts. There's not a lot of those out there. And it's
Yeah, but Cobra Kai is currently the one that's running, right?
yeah, that's the most popular thing in.
it's up to you if you want to guess.
But I don't know any of the characters there.
I don't know a lot of the characters. I know Daniel LaRusso is the Ralph Macchio character.
It's your question, DB. You can yeah.
Is it a show based on a movie called The Karate Kid?
Yes.
See,
Somehow we're finally getting there.
I'm so proud that I figured out the show, but I not know any of the characters. It's completely useless to me.
I don't know a lot of the names. I really don't. I've watched all four, and I find it engaging, but I can't remember character names. And I've seen all three, and I have not watched the fourth season. I've watched.
But I'm assuming it's it has to be have you asked the question? Is this the lead character, or the mentor, or something like that?
Is it my question?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, stop the questions. I'm going to take the points. Is it Cobra Kai?
It's the character. You're trying to get the character.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's why we.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have just said it.
Right, Andrew, do you want to guess the character?
Oh, no, my brain's gone there. Is your character the Karate Kid?
By that, what do you mean?
Oh, what's his name?
The character who was the Karate Kid in the film The Karate Kid?
Yes.
No, it is not. Like, even the audience are guessing, but audience, you got it wrong as well.
So, okay.
Are they a minor character?
No, they're not.
No, there aren't really minor characters on the show. Truthfully, the show is such an ensemble show. There's so many characters because on both sides, there's probably about.
Come on, guys,
10.
you can get this. You can get this.
Okay. I'm taking a link to take a guess because, he said, this is a good guy or a bad guy. It's questionable. So I'm going to go with the obvious bad guy in that one, and I'm looking at Google Cast. Is it William Sabaka, something like that?
What?
Character? Is this the guy William Sabaka? Oh, okay, that's the actor's name. Sorry. Is it Johnny Lawrence?
It is Johnny Lawrence. There you go. Cap and fave. With an aid from Google, you will get the 5 points. Well done. 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes.
This point legitimately should have gone to DB because he literally made a post about Cobra Kai just
Did you?
days ago.
But the thing was, Cap, is you suddenly got the martial arts and you got that it was Cobra Kai, so I think you deserved the points there, basically, because you were a long way away from getting it until that question. But yeah, it's Johnny Lawrence, who arguably that's the whole concept of Cobra Kai, that he was actually the good guy in the movie, not LaRusso. But
you know the weird thing, I'd like to mention this because in the sitcom How I Met Your Mother, and one of the characters called Barney Stinson, he has this obsession telling that the Karate Kid wasn't about the Karate Kid, it was about the bad guy, and he had this obsession telling him that's the story about him. And I always figured when Cobra Kai came out, maybe it's Barney Stinson's the guy is the one who produced it. Neil Patrick Harris is the one who produced it or something.
yeah, but no, it was Cobra Kai. So there we go.
That is fat. Is that leather? Is that a leather?
It is not. It's not. It's not. But it's cool.
Fat.
So,
That's fat.
yeah, I will have it on in a future show. But for now, that would have been too much of a giveaway. Let's go on to our finale round, because that round took a lot longer than I expected. We're going to do some impressions. We'll roll the dice. We each get 90 seconds to do impressions. We'll score some points. DB, you get to go first. You do as many impressions as you can, and for every impression you do that someone guesses correct, you will get a point, and the person who guessed correct will get a point as well. So, with this, DB, sending you your list, and here you are, and your time starts now.
List got. You are going to be the king of the Midgard.
Cap.
Thor?
No, not Midgard. In Lord of the Rings.
Cap.
Aragorn.
Yes. Why you are the worst. I can't believe I came all the way from Earth, from Earth to here, and I was a jet. I was one of the football players.
Cap.
You are Megatron?
No, you're the bad guy, and I'm Flash Gordon. If that doesn't give it away, I'm Flash Gordon, you're the bad guy.
I can't remember the character's name. Andrew.
Ming?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there you
one of the great movies of all
go.
time.
Andrew.
Tarzan?
No, the other one with the monkey.
Cap.
King Kong.
Right, it's not a monkey. It's
But I agree with Andrew. Tarzan is the greatest movie of all time. Disney Tarzan.
the movie that the one of the Ghostbusters that's dead. The character.
Buzz. Egon.
Right. Not Bruce Banner, but the female version.
Cap.
She-Hulk.
Yes.
What?
Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones were.
Buzz.
Andrew.
Men in Black?
Yes. Adrian.
Buzz. Rocky.
Yes.
And that is time. That is time. So, with this, we will see who goes next. And it will be Cap. So, let's get some characters for you, Cap. Okay. And going to send them across to you on the private Zoom chat now, Capvave. Here are your characters, and here you go.
Okay. I am Spider-Man, my real name.
Buzz. Tobey Maguire. No, I'm joking. Andrew.
No.
Peter Parker?
Correct. Skip. Yes, I'm in the Harry Potter universe. I'm like the vice principal.
Buzz.
the
McGonagall.
Yes. Skip. Oh, I am. You can't see me, but I'm the different
Buzz,
gender.
John Cena.
Oh, I was going to say that.
No. You literally can't see me.
Buzz, the Invisible Man.
Yeah, swap the gender.
Buzz, the Invisible Girl.
Yeah, correct. I am a primate and a human. You know?
Buzz, Gorilla Monsoon.
From Planet of the Apes?
No. It's literally a primate and a human. You know?
Ape
Boris
Man?
Johnson.
Sorry?
Boris Johnson.
No. What did David say?
Gorilla Man?
No. So try other primates.
Monkey Man.
Correct.
What? That's crazy.
Okay. This is a Native American character. I don't think you would have known this character, so I'm gonna skip.
Okay.
I am the Human Torch.
Buzz, Johnny Blaze.
Oh shit! I don't. No, it's not Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Storm.
Yeah, correct.
Sorry, my bad.
That's it.
Oh no, that is time. Yeah. You're right. Okay, let's see who will go next. Next up will be Andrew.
Primate and the human.
And Andrew, sending across your list now. Here's your list, and your time starts now.
X-Men.
Cap.
Wolverine.
Yep. Iron Man's other half.
Oh, Buzz.
DB.
Well, I was gonna say Spider-Man.
Not Salt.
Buzz, Pepper Potts.
Yeah. Evil Dead.
Buzz,
Main
Ash.
character. Yep. Knights of the Round Table.
Buzz. Sir
DB.
Lancelot. Sir Lancelot.
No.
Cat.
So
King Arthur? King Arthur?
Yeah. Skip. Skip. Not R2D2, the other one.
K3PO.
DB, go.
Yeah. Raggy.
Buzz. Cap.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, the only impression you'll get.
But me.
Wakanda.
Oh, DB.
Oh, Black Panther.
Yeah. Lex Luthor's arch nemesis.
Buzz, Superman.
Yeah.
That is
I think
time.
it's supposed to be the other way around.
That is time. That is time.
That's his
So,
point of view, though. That's
Yeah.
like Luthor's point of view.
yeah. Okay, so I will go last here. So keep track of how many you get right, and because I will add the points at the end. But here we go. Cowabunga, dudes.
Oh,
Cat.
I got it.
You are Michelangelo.
Yes. Ching.
Buzz.
DB.
Wolverine.
No. Like, I come from, I'm an Amazonian. Ah.
Buzz.
Cap.
Wonder Woman?
Yes.
Too many people do this now.
I know they do, don't they? Right.
That was a king.
For God's sakes, Jim, I'm a
Buzz.
DB.
Dr. McCoy.
Yes. So come on, Spider-Man, I will ram you.
Buzz.
Andrew.
Rhino.
Yes.
I love that impression.
Okay. Let's have a look. Buzz. Cap.
James Bond?
Yes. Right. Let's see what else we've got. 1, 2, he's knocking for you.
I got it.
DB.
Freddy Krueger.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, Bond?
Why so serious?
This is
Andrew.
The Joker.
Yes. That was a really fun show at the theatre. Oh no, someone's about to rob us and shoot us in front of our son. Cap.
You are Martha Wayne.
Martha! And that's time. Right, so how many points do you need, Cap?
I have no idea.
Oh,
4,
Cap.
probably.
4
Probably
for DB.
4.
4, 8. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many for you, Andrew?
2, I think.
Okay, so... Oh, shit. So, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that means I have won. I win. So, only a couple of points in it. Good final round.
Rage quit.
Sorry?
Everybody should rage quit because you won.
Yeah, like screw this. Right, so with that brings us to the end of this week's Geek Battle Show. So let's find out where we can find everyone on social media, starting with Capelthave. Where can the people find you?
You can find me in Swan Deeds, where I sing, I dance, I throw myself in a bucket, and I work with puppets. And you can find me on YouTube and also on TikTok, with a lot of views, apparently. So,
Amazing.
yay!
Okay.
And also on Geek.
Andrew, where can the people find you?
You can find me working on my Shakespeare. Alas for Yorick. I knew him well.
Fabulous. DB, where can the people find you?
Just look up the name or something. You know, I do these shows every once in a while. A show called Welcome Back to America. I do some interviews every month or so now, and yeah.
Okay.
Lovely.
Fabulous. My name is David Postansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Postansky. I'd also like to say go smash the subscribe button on youtube.com/extreme improv. I never remember to promote this, but Geek Battle has a Facebook page and a Facebook group and a Twitter account. Geek Battle has got stuff everywhere. So just look up, it's either Geek Battle X, Geek Battle, geekbattle.tv, but like the logo you see down on the screen, it will have that logo. And just remember, guys, Cobra Kai never dies. So, with that, from me, from everyone else, stay safe, always stay extremed, and ciao